Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome here if you're a new friend. I'm so glad that you're joining me this year for my holiday home tour, Christmas home tour 2020. It seemed like for a while last summer that this day would never get here, and then all of a sudden it's Christmas time again and we are decking the halls. Seriously, I think all of us deserve to have a little bit of joy happening in our four walls and our homes this year. So I hope that you are enjoying that you're putting some decor up and that you're getting inspired. If you have any questions about anything that is in this video, make sure you check out the description box below and don't hesitate to comment or send me a message. I always love to hear from y'all. I'm going to take you through and kind of show you a little bit of what we're doing outside and then take you through the inside and show you some of my favorites for Christmas this year. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit the red button and the bell so you know when I have a new video out. And definitely give this video a thumbs up if you love it. So since we got the outside pretty much taken care of this morning, I thought I would take you inside, show you around a little bit, our holiday decor that's in here, just some of the little touches that we've done. I have had years where I've done much more than this, and then I've had years where I haven't done as much. This year, we continued the green theme through the inside of the house as well. I know you saw the green ribbons out in the front. I'm loving it. I have green on. This is a cute little sweatshirt from Old Navy. I love the green this year. I don't know what it is. Of course, there's pops of red. Of course, there's other colors incorporated as well. But I really liked sticking with a neutral color palette and then adding those pops of green. I hope you like it too. I added a few Christmas touches in the master. You can see I added that Christmas pillow that I think is so pretty. It's beaded. I'll give you a closer look at that. I got that at home store, which is always such a good price. It's fully beaded. I thought it was so pretty. And it goes really good in here with the neutral decor. And then here up top, we had moved, you might remember, we've always had this handless clock on our mantle. I recently moved it, put it in here, and then I added a little sprig of mistletoe hanging above the bed. I thought that was such a cute little touch. I got all those little separate picks from Walmart. I think they were $1 a piece, and that's probably 6 of them. Well, I think 3 mistletoe and then 3 just plain greenery. And I just bundled them up. I think I put a rubber band around them, maybe a ponytail holder, and then covered them with burlap and hot glued them on the back. And I just wired them up there onto the clock. So cute little idea for a master bedroom. Makes it really fun with the mistletoe. This Christmas was the first Christmas we added a Christmas tree here in the master. This is our first time to ever put a tree in here, and I absolutely love it. I think it is so pretty. We also have our little box up here. That's our elf box. I keep all of our elf supplies up there, up top, and the little ones don't ever notice. So that works out perfect for us. But we do have this tree in here, our beautiful angel tree topper. This is a tree I ordered from Amazon. Last year, we actually had used it in the sitting room, but it's not quite tall enough to go in there. So we did something a little different in there this year. I just added a blanket. I had this really pretty blanket. It has this sequin detail, and it looks really good as a tree skirt. It's a little more casual, but I absolutely loved it. That tree is so pretty in here because it has the little red berries and the frosted branches. Here's one last look at our pretty Christmas tree space in the master. Really happy with it. And then here's one last look here at the bed. Just nice and neutral with a few pops of Christmas. This is the view from the stairs. You're gonna see lots and lots of greens and neutrals throughout all of my decor, but we'll start right here on the stairs. So pretty, these little bells I've had from a local shop here in town called the Farmhouse Company. I added some green ribbon, and this is the only natural piece of greenery that I used this year, and I'm really not sad about it because this stuff gets really messy. But I'll show you the other side, and I really do like the way it turned out. Here's the living room view. It's really simple. I added a few more bows, a couple of the green satin bows again, and some of those little fairy lights, the battery powered lights. I love those. They're so convenient. I think I got these at Target, and you can see I just kind of hid the battery pack down there, and I just click it on and off. Some of them come with a timer, which would even be more ideal, but this one works. So of course you're gonna see green again and neutrals, gold, white, black, those types of things. I like to just dress up the built-ins a little bit for Christmas. You kind of can spot the Christmassy items that I added. I have a little bit of pine up here. Of course, we have our little gold deer, some snowy greenery here. We have our letters to Santa. And then I balanced it out on each side with the greens and then the gold. So up here I have some little Target trees that are in the brown paper. I think that's so pretty. Black candle holder that's in the shape of a deer with the big antlers. Absolutely love that one. That's a really old piece. Had these little burlap trees balanced out with this little gold wishbone that's kind of an everyday decor item. So I love to just balance these built-ins with whatever kind of color scheme I'm going with. Last year I used pops of red, but I really like the neutrals and the greens. I'll get a little bit closer to some of these items and I'll kind of tell you where I got them and show you a little bit more detail. So here's a close-up of the snowy greenery. This is just a Hobby Lobby find. I think I found it a couple of years ago there. I've used it in lots of different places. Added the little jingle bells from the at-home store. They're functioning and they're so cute. I have some other ones in other places of the house as well. This guy is one of my favorite finds. He's from Target, and listen, he's plastic. Isn't that awesome? It was $5. Target plastic. He's got a really pretty gold finish on him, kind of almost glittery. When you get really close up, you can tell he's plastic, but gosh, from afar on a shelf, it's absolutely perfect. This down here, I bought last year. It was a splurge. I think I spent $40 on it, which is really a lot for me. I paid full price, but it is Hearth and Hand from Target. It's iron. You can hear it's really heavy. Beautiful finish. It can hang on the wall or it can just sit on a bookshelf like I have it. And last year, I didn't even plan to do green this year. So I'm so glad I picked it up in green because it's absolutely beautiful. I know we're just going to use it for years and years. So every once in a while, I'll grab an item like that I'll splurge on. Let's talk Mantle. So I think this is my favorite thing that I've decorated this year, maybe even all year long, because I had a vision for this mantle and I didn't actually know what I wanted to do up top, but I knew I wanted to do some really dramatic garland here. And then I had all these trees. Lots of them were from previous years. I picked up a couple of them this year too. I'll kind of go into detail about that in a minute, but I thought they would make more of an impact if they were displayed all together instead of just sporadically having trees, you know, around the house. And I was so right on this because when you put them all together, they make such a statement. I absolutely love the way the mantle turned out. It's definitely my favorite. If you've watched any of my home tours before, you know that this brown paper roll is usually in the kitchen dining room area. I moved it out and I'll show you why in just a minute, but I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. I have an idea for this, so stay tuned for that. I am going to update this brown paper roll on this video, so make sure you watch to the end to be able to see kind of what I come up with for this year. As far as the garland goes, this is wood beaded garland from Hobby Lobby. The bells are also from there. And then I grabbed a big giant roll of this gold garland. It's actually Christmas tree garland. It looks like Mardi Gras beads, but it's Christmas tree garland, and it just came off of a roll of that. I have that on another tree here in the house too that I'll show you in a minute. So I just kind of had some of that left over, and that's where that came from. Over here, this is something I did last year. We had just hung the antlers on the wall last year, so I wanted to dress them up, and I did the same thing again this year. I used this little antique pack of ornaments that I had gotten from Target a few years ago. They are so pretty. They're little mercury glass ornaments. You'll notice most of them are neutral, but I did add a couple of red just to give a little bit of a pop. I'm not anti-red. I just didn't want to use much this year. So you'll see most of them are neutral, like I said, but I do love the way they turned out. They're so whimsical and fun. I always like to do something really subtle on the coffee table. I also have to remember that I do have a toddler, so I can't do anything that is gonna get broken or anything like that. But this guy right here needed a spot front and center. Use my books as always to kind of accent everything, and I just love the way the little table turned out. Beautiful setup here. It's really simple. Couple of glass, some green glass candles. This one, I believe, I'm trying to think where that's from. I think that one, they might actually both be from Target. I have this beautiful vase from at home stores, and then these I had from Kirkland's from the fall. You might remember those. And I just mixed it in with some greenery from Hobby Lobby. I love how wintry it kind of instantly turned wintry. I dressed up these little tobacco baskets, well, this one at least, with a wreath that I'd had for years. I always like to add a little greenery to my wreaths. This time I added some eucalyptus. Of course, that green satin bow that I've been using throughout that I absolutely love. And then I have these little rusty bells that I've had for years, maybe from Kirkland's a few years ago. But I love the way the wreath just kind of tucks right in that little basket. I think it's so pretty. Okay, I just want to interrupt this video real quick because I want to show you the very next day after I filmed that, I found this little wreath at Hobby Lobby, and I added it to the tobacco baskets, and look how pretty that is. It really just pops. So I loved the greenery, but I really, really like this even more. So I wanted to show you another option for a space like this. You know, you can really make things look really neutral if you turn your books around like that and you look at the pages, because everything kind of blends together. But I just added a few houses. All these little houses are from Target at different times. Some of them are a few years old. Some of them are new this year. I think these black houses, they actually have lights in them, battery powered lights. I used one there and then one over here. Of course, the olive oil jug that I love, and I know y'all love as well. And then I had picked up these little branches of Jingle Bells years and years ago at a local shop. And then an old Hobby Lobby wreath we just updated with some green ribbon and burlap. And I actually put it on the mirror with a command hook, and I really, really love the way it turned out. These hooks were absolutely perfect for the kids' stockings. It's right here by the front door. You can see we still have our little Hurricane Laura damage here. This is our shattered window that shattered, and it just stayed in place. So we're just gonna leave that right there. We're not even gonna worry about it. With the stockings, I have this kid-friendly nativity. I picked this up at a garage sale so many years ago whenever Clark was a baby. So I'm never worried if the kids play with it. But my goodness, they absolutely love it. It is glass, so they think it's really, really fancy. But like I said, if it breaks, it really doesn't bother me. Let's talk about the family tree next. So this is our family tree, meaning this is the tree that has all the family ornaments on it. Has no rhyme, no reason. It's definitely full of well-loved items, but gosh, it is one of my absolute favorite things to decorate. I have everything from our honeymoon ornaments to little things the kids have made me to ornaments from all over the world. My sister was traveling for missions. She picked up ornaments. We have our kids' baby shoes. You can see Clark's right there. Little crafts, our dog's prints, whether they're still with us or not, they're on the tree. And then we have all of our Advent presents here down below. So we have a little collection of kids' books, crayons, because there's a few coloring books in there. And then underneath this tree is where all of our Advent gifts go. So each day in December, the kids wake up, they go to the Advent calendar, and they have a clue. And on those clues, there's a question about Christmas. And those questions can be answered by a present. So every gift tag has the answer to a trivia question on it. I like to call it gift tag trivia. And they match it for that day. They rip open the present and they get to enjoy it for that day. So each morning in December, we do that. It's anything from their favorite candy to something really fun like a Christmas themed game or a Christmas book. They also get their gingerbread houses, Christmas pajamas, and things like that as well. So that's kind of how we try to keep it exciting throughout the month. If you like this little gift tag idea, you like the little the trivia game idea, you can definitely head to the link in the description. There's going to be a free download there, and you can just simply download it and print it out for yourself. Taking a look in our dining room, I think this is one of my most favorite views in the house. You can see so many beautiful, meaningful things. We have our giving manger here on the table. We have our Advent calendar, and I'll show you close-ups of all those things. But I really love the house at Christmas. I always like to dress up these little built-ins that I have on either side of the foyer entrance. This one, I like to keep them nice and clean, but I also want them to be functional. So this one I just added, we have our little cake plate that's usually always out. I added some little Christmas dessert plates, this beautiful green ornament that just needed its own spotlight, a few of those jingle bells that I have throughout the house, and then some of these little modern white trees from Target. I thought that was just really pretty and kept it really, really simple. On this side, you know, we have our margarita machine. Can't get rid of that. But I added these two beautiful deer, both from at home. They look like they're metal, but they're not. They're kind of like a resin, I guess, some kind of material like that. So they're definitely inexpensive and just make such a statement, just kind of sitting there. And then we have our green Christmas glasses. I picked these up at Dillard's quite a while ago, several years ago, but I love the green. Look how pretty that is. They kind of are see-through, but they're also really, really Christmassy. I have a set of red ones as well, but of course I put those in the cabinet because we're trying to stick with the green theme this year. So y'all probably know this by now, but my dining room table is kind of like the central spot of the house. We do lots of stuff here. We do homework in the mornings here. We do dinner here, breakfast, everything. A lot of times the kids will sit at this little snack table, but most of the time we're all here. So I can never do any big statement piece down the center of my dining room table unless it's for a special occasion, because I would literally be moving it sometimes 3 times a day. So I'm not doing that. So I went with this really, really big green jug that I've had for many years. I got it at Marshall's a long time ago. Plopped in all this greenery. I think every piece of greenery that I was not using already, I just kind of stuck it in here. I have this one branch of snowy white, which I absolutely love. And then some of these ice branches mixed with some other more wild looking pine branches. I stuck everything I had in there, and I love the way it turned out. It's so fun and just really, really full. And of course, it's green, so it makes me happy. We have our giving manger here. If you've never done the giving manger, this is such a beautiful thing. It's all about a family at Christmas that doesn't have much, they don't get much, and that year the dad had planned to show the kids how much they can glean and how much they can really get back from giving to others. And so he created this small little wooden manger for them, and every time they did a good deed, they got to put hay in the manger. And then on Christmas morning, they got to present this beautiful wooden baby that was carved, that I think the mother had carved, and I were able to add it to the manger. It's so pretty. So whenever you buy the book, you get the book, you also get the little wooden manger, and then you get these little pieces of raffia, but with the, of course it's used as hay. And we just have it set up like this, and the kids have already started. I'm so proud of them. They have been waking up in the mornings wanting to help each other, help me with each other's breakfast and get their juice and all the things. Makes me so happy, and it really tries to keep us kind of grounded and remembering the reason for the season. So if you don't have one of those, definitely I'll try to link one in the description box. I'm actually partnering with the Giving Manger for the next couple of weeks on Instagram and doing some acts of kindness. So make sure you're following me there, just for all those details and for all that fun. This is probably the next biggest statement in the dining room. Usually have a brown paper roll right here. That's not happening because our advent calendar is huge. It actually fits perfectly in the little holder where the brown paper usually goes. So I picked up this advent calendar. It is from Pottery Barn. I've had it for so many years. I actually saw it at a friend's house and I had to have it, so I bought myself one. It's beautiful. It's hand painted, made of canvas. I'll get up close so you can kind of see how pretty that is. Whenever Clark was a baby, we were able to just kind of stick a little advent gift or a piece of candy in one pocket, and it was no big deal. Well, now that we have 3 kiddos, and since we like to keep it really special in the mornings in December, that was where the idea for the gift tag trivia came. So this is what I was saying. This is kind of our routine in the morning. Name one of Santa's lists. So they would go over to the family tree and they would find either a gift with nice or naughty on it, and that would be the gift they would open for that day. So it's perfect for Advent. Those little gift tags are perfect for Advent, but they're also perfect if you just want to, give somebody an envelope full of trivia questions, and then they can open their presents that way as well. So just keeping it really fun, but I definitely love this Advent calendar. Moving on around and into the kitchen, I added these little greenery wreaths to the back of the bar stools, and I think that's so cute. That's the first year I've ever done that. I actually got the pack of 3 at Walmart for $12. They came with a big plaid bow on them and like a little Merry Christmas gift tag. Anyway, they didn't look all that chic, but I would just really quickly snipped off the ribbons and made them really neutral. And I love the way they turned out. It just adds a little bit of extra Christmas, and I think it's just so pretty on the back of those bar stools. I just took out my dough bowl. Y'all know I've used this for so many things. I put gourds and pumpkins in here in the fall. I put lots of fruit for the summer, but I love these neutral ornaments. We had them left over from the neutral tree, the decorated tree. We haven't gotten to that yet, but I love the way they turned out. I think it's just really like it's just kind of thrown together, but it's so pretty and so chic. And it actually is quite a statement piece for not a lot of money and not a lot of effort. So I love the way that turned out. I like to keep my countertops pretty clear because they get really cluttered during the week when we're cooking and checking papers and doing all the things that, that families do during the week. But I do have it cleaned up right now, so I thought I would show you. These little houses are from Target years ago. Picked up some trees out of the dollar section at Target. Can't go wrong there. Beautiful, neutral. I love this diffuser. I get asked about it a lot. This is from Target. I'll link it down in the description if they still have it. I always keep a little water jug there too to be able to fill it up. Just really convenient. But love it. This little battery trees, I cannot remember where I got that, so I'm sorry. But you can buy little trees like that all over the place. These are, of course, kitchen necessities, but you know, you can still try to make it really pretty. So I did pick up this cookie jar this year. This is a Ray Dunn cookie jar. I got it for like 12 bucks, I think, at Home Goods, but I will tell you, I bought it for this reason. It has a rubber seal, which I know that seems ridiculous that it wouldn't, but a lot of cookie jars, it's just porcelain against porcelain or ceramic against ceramic, and they don't seal, and then your cookies get stale. So I loved it. It had the little ornament on it. I thought it was so cute. And of course, the decor is really neutral. It does have a couple of pops of red, which I really do like. So coming around here, you see this is a Hobby Lobby sign. I loved it. I thought the color was absolutely perfect. I bought it a couple of years ago. And is there anything more beautiful than the saying fall on your knees, which is a great reminder for all of us, not just at Christmas, but all the time. This is the second tree in that little set. It came as a set of 2, but I love to break things up that are supposed to be displayed together. I think they're so pretty. Look how pretty that is. If you just kind of put one over here and one over here, it just ties everything together. So absolutely love that. There's really not much special happening over here. This is just a little 2-tier wooden tray I got a little while ago from the dollar section at Target. This is actually a little nativity set that a friend of my son, Clark's, it was the gift for the class. She gave one of these to each of the classmates last year. Look how cute. Her name's Maddie. It says love Maddie 19. Isn't that cute? But y'all, how pretty is that? My little bottle brush tree, dollar section again. I had this, this is actually a cream and sugar set from Cracker Barrel years ago. And I love the green, of course. I keep my oils in here and it's perfect. Love the way that little spot turned out. I have these little pretty towels here and some pretty towels here that just go, of course, perfectly with the theme, the black and white and the green, so I couldn't, I could not display them. I think they're so pretty. Last but not least, the sitting room. So this is the sitting room. This is our third tree of the house, and it's my absolute favorite. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know that this tree was a DIY, which sounds kind of crazy, but we actually found this Christmas tree in the attic. It was here when we moved in. Previous owners had it. It was a tree in really great shape, but it didn't have any lights. The lights were burned out. And it was really full and kind of old-fashioned looking. So I decided I had nothing to lose since it was free. And I made a DIY Sparse tree from this Christmas tree. So you can see now that you can actually see through the branches. It's more of a sparse tree. If you're not familiar with sparse trees, I'll show you a photo. I'll add a photo here so you can see what I'm talking about. Kind of the inspiration behind this tree. But I removed every other branch on each row with some bolt cutters, and I was able to make that sparse tree look that I absolutely love. So now it's more whimsical, it's more fun, it's more updated. I love the way the garland just kind of floats on the branches because it doesn't hit any of the other branches since they're so spaced. And then you can see all the way to the trunk, so you can really, really put a lot of ornaments in there and you can actually see them all. So obviously I used neutral ornaments. I did some pops of green. I got that tree topper, I think for $15, maybe less, at Target, and I absolutely love it. It's perfect for this tree. So this is the pretty tree. We call this the pretty tree. The other one is the family tree. And love it. I used black ornaments, which I never ever thought I would say that, but I did use black ornaments, and I love the way it ties in with the cowskin rug, the gray pillows here. We have some nutcrackers, just kind of with a green candle over there, just kind of accenting it. And then this is kind of kid central, so I just let it go. You know, mamas, just let it go whenever you have little ones because they're gonna play. It looks like Mary. What is that? Let me see. It looks like Mary has glasses. Those are Mr. Potato Head glasses. I'm just realizing. Somebody, and probably Daisy, put those on Mary. She's kind of cute. This is Kid Central, like I was saying. They have their snow globe there. There's a little tray. I just try to keep it all contained with a little tray or a little basket. I definitely encourage you, if you are a mama of a little one, don't fight it, just go with it. This little plush nativity, we got that this year for Advent from Hobby Lobby. It was half off, and I snagged it while they had it. So I'll link it if I can. The last I heard, it was sold out online. So you may want to check your local Hobby Lobby.